Shifting our focus to the fuel scarcity, which is biting hard at many Nigerians since the importation of alleged adulterated fuel into the country. Now, the situation is so bad that most filling stations now sell petrol at 230 naira per litre, above the official price in Bayelsa State and generally just above the pump price in many parts of the country. Public affairs analyst Peter Isele joins me now to speak on this. Good to have you join us. Can you hear me?
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me.
All right. So we have heard from the NNPC saying that this might linger again because of the Ukraine-Russia war. But you have been the president of PENGASAN, which is the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria. From your experience, why do you think that this fuel scarcity, irrespective of what we're hearing from government, why do you think that the fuel scarcity continues to linger?
Yes, it's going to linger because first you had the issue of the dirty fuel in the country, and then you have to resolve that. And in resolving that, we now had this Ukraine crisis. And once something like this happens, what you have is that the various companies, refiners, cargo owners, everybody will be worried because they need to now also know how to make a business plan. Everybody is looking at they will all be doing what I call risk assessment. So everybody is looking at this risk. Should I, or also there are also people who want to make maximum profit from this crisis. So everybody is looking out for himself. So that's the challenge currently that we are going to face. NNPC is right that it's going to linger on for a while, but I think it's just starting. Initially, I thought they were getting out of it, but I think over the weekend it just went over the roof. So there's scarcity everywhere across the country, from Kano to Benin to Enugu right now, and including Lagos.
And it almost seems as if it is now even worse than, when it started. When you look at the stretch of the queue across the various filling stations, it stretches for kilometers. And we also see that not every filling station is selling. Those that are selling most times above pump price. Sometimes, if you're buying in a gallon, you're expected to pay something before they sell for you in your gallon. But do you think that government has sufficiently addressed this issue? Most people say, look, we haven't heard anything from government. Everyone seems to be quiet. But do you think that this issue has been sufficiently addressed, and how should it be addressed?
I think the first thing here is what I expect government to do is the NNPC is still the only one bringing in products. So what you have is that it's in private depots. So what I expect is that you cannot go ahead. I'm aware now that the depot price has increased. So which invariably means that once the marketers go to the depot and get it at a higher price, so they cannot sell at 165. So what I expect the regulators to do is to find out who is increasing what, why are they increasing it? Because government is still paying subsidy. Then the other aspect of it is that government right now, I think they're in a catch-22 position. You're having crude oil at about $100 per barrel, which ordinarily means more money to government. But because the $100 per barrel also means that the landing cost of each liter of petrol has also hit the roof. So we're actually not benefiting from this high cost of a barrel of crude. I also think that government is trying to find a way of how to manage itself, to look at what, because in January, you can also remember in January, NNPC actually did not make any money. There was no money from NNPC into the federation account. So those are the challenges that I think government is looking at. But government must ensure that the ex-depot price is maintained. And I'm aware that NUPENG is also protesting over that. Not until the ex-depot price is maintained, we are also probably not going to get petrol at 165 in a lot of the gas stations.
Let me ask you how long you think this is going to last. When you look at, just by your assessment, how long do you think the Nigerians will have to cope with this, and what should be done in terms of? Most Nigerians believe they should be compensated for this, especially because this has nothing to do with them. And what should be the palliatives for those who do not have the capacity, especially financially, to deal with this kind of hardship?
Yeah, the first thing that I think our government can do is to make sure that depot owners sell at the price they are supposed to sell. The second is to ensure that the products are available. My sources within NNPC says they have a lot of products that are available, but they are wondering where these products are, because you are going to have racketeering. Black market is thriving right now. You have jerry cans all over the place. And so which means some people are trying to make more money from that. And that's where regulators also come in. The regulators are also supposed to go and check out those filling stations or those gas stations who are not selling at the right price, and then appropriate sanction is also applied. And another aspect of how to mitigate the current challenges that workers are facing. There are long queues of vehicles, and also you also have a lot of people waiting for vehicles to get to the office. I also think that I don't think government is going to wake up and say they are going to add to your salary. But the other aspect could just be also looking at a more creative way for people to work. A lot of people work from home, and those who can work from home, you tell them to work from home, so that others can remain. If Kaduna is saying that people have to work 4 days a week, you also have to look for very creative ways of making things easier for the people. I don't think government is going to come and want to increase salary right now.
Absolutely. I think that's a fantastic idea in terms of working from home and reducing the number of days where people work. And that also takes a toll or reduces the pressure on transportation for people. Thank you so much for talking to us, as always, Public Affairs Analyst Peter Esili.
Thank you for having me.